I feels like a party every day. Okay, Sophia, I have something I'd like to play for us before we start today.
What?
My brain in my car is dead. Welcome to the land of famous. Oh, am I gonna face?
Is that Greta Thunberg?
Come to the car where I am for the first
That's
time.
my,
I look to my
joke.
right and I see the Holy Cross. This is all so crazy. Everyone seems so famous.
Everyone seems so famous.
Okay, so backstory. Okay, the reason I said does that sound like Greta is because Corban was playing it. Or no, he was playing Greta last night on Google and the Google Home, and we're not gonna get into why. But anyway, he was playing it.
No, the 1975 put out a new album, and the first song on the album is just like.
But unless we recognize
Oh, it's just her, yeah.
failures of our
Okay, so you're just playing. Is that what you're playing?
Yeah, it's just literally like pads and keys and some atmospheric sounds, and then Greta giving a speech about how we're all gonna die.
Okay, yeah. So
Well, hold on, with the little thing at the bottom that says Greta Thunberg is the most legit punk person I have ever met in my life.
no, so he was playing that. Okay, and I the whole time, literally the whole time, I thought it was the cursive singing girl. The whole time.
Which, for reference, is this new person, this account I found on TikTok, where it's just three, like, I'm guessing 9-year-old children who sing in quote-unquote cursive, you know, special style. I know my name. Anyway, I'm trying to learn its language, you know. They should have it on Duolingo. How to pronounce your vowels in cursive.
Okay.
Wire.
Okay.
They all end with an R. You have to add an R to everything. It's like Australian
Okay.
and British.
Anyways, so
Matey R.
that's the backstory to that. That's why I thought that was that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're here. It's been a month since our last episode where
Corban, you got a job.
that is not true. According to the Encyclopedia Britannica.
What?
You haven't heard that line before.
No.
That is not true.
Point is, since Corban's working there, he doesn't have time. Well, no, he does have time, but it's being wasted there.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Listen.
That is not correct. Because according to the Encyclopedia
Of what? Is that James Charles?
That is not correct. No, it's some random vine from years ago.
Oh, okay, because it sounded like him.
No, anyway, anywho, it's been a month since the last episode, which is better than before, which was 6 months between,
It's true.
last
It's true.
episode. But I regret releasing last episode and have not really even promoted it because it's like me talking like this.
Okay, hey, yo,
It's very annoying.
You're doing the same thing again. Just saying, you're on your back again.
I'm laying
You're supposed to
down
be on
and
your stomach.
speaking into a microphone, so that's why I sound weird. Also, I've been working all day, and so I'm tired. So I'm going to talk in my low vocal fry voice.
Okay.
Anyhow, I have no idea what we're going to talk about today.
Me neither.
All I know
I never
is
do,
that
so it's not different for me.
I just have a bunch of
Also,
random stuff.
if you hear like chewing sounds and like I have something in my mouth, I promise that my tongue is not stuck on my teeth again. Okay.
Again.
Yeah. I'm eating a cookie. So.
Some random things I'd like to talk about. Things I've noticed recently. Scented markers smell like Whataburger bathrooms.
Really?
Yes. And can you stop crunching? I don't want to hear that. So yes, as I was saying, it's been a month, and over this month a lot of things have changed and not changed. I'm enjoying my weekly trips into the city, by which I scooter from the home to the city and probably spread the virus around, but you know what? It does not matter. Charles Darwin, natural selection, blah-de-blah.
I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
Nobody wants to hear Z -M. You know, no one wants to hear that word. You know, that company. Nobody wants to hear that. You know, everyone's waiting for the day that they can just delete the app off their phone and be done with it.
Why though?
No, I don't want. Nobody wants.
Do
to
people
do
really
again.
hate quarantine this much?
I mean, most people.
I don't.
do. I think it's fine.
I think it's amazing.
I just miss not being able to go to my worky work. That's all I miss.
The neighbor will be making transactions
The
again.
neighbor is out here making transactions.
Oh wait, sorry, no, he's just growing oregano.
Yeah, it's just oregano.
I showed that, and she's like, "Oh yeah, my neighbors grow oregano too."
No, I'm growing oregano too.
I'm growing oregano.
All right. Oh, well, speaking of neighbors, did you hear the other day? I don't think you heard about this. So the neighbor across the street, he always sits on his porch. Our neighbor does. You know, he's always out there. He just sits on his porch all day long from like before sunrise to after sunset. And somehow he just sits there. Well, anyway, the other day, my mom sees him.
His dog never runs away.
Yeah, my mom sees him walking around the lawn on Facebook. And she stops him because you know how people like watch a video and then they have the comments open underneath to read it, right? At the same time. Mm-hmm. Okay, well he's doing that, but she thinks that he doesn't know how to maximize a video full screen, so she stops him to let him know how to make the video full screen. Okay. So anyway.
I bet he commented, "Some lady just stopped me."
Yeah. Anyway. So this is the first encounter of many that happen over the next couple of days because of everyone's out there. I have to take my walk. I have to do my walk. So no one's literally no one's ever cared about walks this much. Okay. There's never been these many family walks.
Never been this many Mexicans I've had to like pass by.
There have never been this many families walking outside. Like literally nobody does that.
Exactly.
I mean, there's the jogger moms. There's
that one white lady who lives in the neighborhood.
Yeah. There's always that one person that does it, but nobody else ever does it. But now, like literally everybody and their little dog is outside walking.
Well, I guess it's good for the dogs though.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing that quarantine and
The dogs are probably
coronavirus.
hating that the people are home now.
The virus was created by the dogs, probably to force everyone to walk them. You know, it was Zoom and dogs. That's who's behind Zoom. It's the dogs. The dogs. Remember that episode of Arthur where the dogs run the stock exchange? Except it's called the sock exchange, and they just exchange lint and socks, and is actually run by not dogs but a frog mastermind. You don't remember that? And then the frog loses his daughter and then finally meets her after 10 years because he accidentally traded her for a hot dog. That's a very weird episode of Arthur. I think it's called The Secret Life of Dogs and Babies. You should watch it. Anyway, so back to the point about the neighbor. So it's another day of walking around outside and all this stuff. And then the neighbor is here on his phone. You know, he's not sitting in his little recliner this time. This time he's walking around on his phone, pretty talking pretty loudly about the papers, blah, 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 something. Well, we have to get somebody on that. And then he runs inside, grabs a briefcase, gets in his fancy schmancy Jeep, and skirts off.
His son's Jeep, to clarify.
Well, we wondered, why did he move here? When he moved here with so much stuff. He came from a bigger house.
He literally had to throw it out for like 3 weeks of bulk trash.
Yeah, 3 weeks worth of
He
bulk
threw
trash.
out. Okay, go on. You know at Village Burger they have those outside. They have those like heat things. He had one and he had to throw it out because he couldn't put it in his house.
This man came from such a large home and moved to such a small home that he literally had no physical space in his home for all of his belongings.
Do you see? Like he literally. Go on. Okay, people. He literally has all of his windows open and his front door wide open all the time, and he has like LED light strips all around his house, and he just has everything. He has things just like hanging out the front door because they don't fit.
Yeah, so well here's the deal. We believe at this point he is a former secret agent.
He's a what?
He's a former secret agent. He's a former retired agent for probably the FBI. And here's why. He was out here talking about, he's like, why are you calling me to do this? Your agency's in charge of this. That's not my job. I'm retired. Why do I need to do this? Just because I know him? And it's one of those things where you can infer from, only hearing one side of the conversation that I mean, I don't know how else to put it. He is either doing something for the government anyway. So anyway, at my new job, I just was thinking about this today. Someone came by and they opened their wallet and they were giving me something. And inside their wallet, I saw a FBI detective badge. Like, they see in the movies that, flashed out. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, she literally had one of them in her wallet. So when she drove off, I started inspecting the car and I realized, wait a minute, these are blackout tinted windows. This is an armored vehicle. And it reminds me of the day before that, a SUV came by and the window rolled down, was blackout, tinted windows. And I look in, and it's literally like 12 SWAT guys huddled around inside with their rifles. And they were... Anyway, I'm probably gonna have
give away where you were.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to remove that as well.
It's still McDonald's, guys. It's still McDonald's.
It's McDonald's. Yeah, I'm totally working at McDonald's.
I mean, honestly, you'd get paid the same or less.
Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that our neighbor across the street is a secret agent. So there you go. This is just the continuation of all of our neighbors having something weird. Something's going on.
I wonder if that's why he stands on his porch all the time. Is he watching the neighbors who are growing oregano?
Bro, maybe that's what it is. Also, I just said bro. I mean, I'm pretty cool. Anyhow, you're right, Sophia. He probably moved there to, keep an eye on our other neighbors.
What I don't understand is why he lives in the house. And, okay, it's like 2,000 square feet, so it's not huge, but, it's okay. So... he lives in a 2,000 square foot home by himself, and then once it was a garage, but the other people, the previous owners, remodeled it.
But now it's changed.
They remodeled it to be a
guest house, basically.
Yeah, but
it's a full bathroom.
Decent. Yeah, it has a bathroom, has a bedroom, has a mini kitchen.
Room.
And a living
I mean, it's what you would.
It's like an apartment.
It's what you would live in if you were a millionaire in New York City.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you were a millionaire and you lived in New York City and you had an apartment, that's how big it would be.
Yeah. So
it's actually pretty big for New York, but tiny for anywhere else.
So he
lives
alone in the 2,000 square foot house, and then his daughter lives in the little guest house
and
thing.
And suddenly, a 5-year-old child showed up yesterday.
No, you guys are
nowhere.
just dumb, okay? Because that kid's been there for 3 weeks now.
3 weeks.
Yes. Okay. So anyway, point is.
Okay.
Point is, why did he make his daughter live out in the
maybe she wanted her own house. It's like a little house.
Wait.
What? It's like living in an apartment. What's the difference?
Oh, that's true.
There's no problem with that.
2-in-1 deal. So where's the son live? I was trying to figure out.
I don't know. You know what? We're talking enough about the neighbors. Let's talk about something important, Sophia.
Let's talk about
banana bread, specifically Chrissy Teigen's banana bread recipe.
I don't know who that is.
We need it. It is so moist.
I don't like banana bread, just let me tell you that.
Moist. It's very moist banana bread.
You know what? I'm moist too, but you gonna eat
Banana bread is one of those things that you either get it right or you get it wrong.
And everybody gets it wrong.
Exactly. One time I thought I was eating banana bread, and it turns out it was zucchini bread, and I thought it was really good. And then I realized it was zucchini bread, not banana bread, and I thought, oh, I have been tricked. That day was yesterday.
What?
You remember our father made bread, and I thought it was banana bread, but it was zucchini bread.
How did you not see the pieces of zucchini in it?
Well, I'd like to inform you that I am blind.
Okay.
I cannot see well.
So what? Did you bring chicken into thinking it tasted like bananas?
I thought it was banana bread, yeah.
Ever since we were a little kid, whoever taught me, I don't remember who it was, but somebody taught me 2 very powerful things, okay? They taught me that when somebody is about to fall asleep, you wait 30 seconds, and then you call their name. And this is why you get mad at me every night at 3 a.m. because I call your name.
Let's do it, right?
What?
Let's do 5 seconds of silence, and then you do what you did to me.
No, because you're not sleeping.
No, I can do it. I can pretend to be sleeping.
Oh, right. Okay, here's how it goes down. Ready? So he's falling asleep, right? And I know he's falling asleep, okay? And so I wait like 30 seconds, depending on how like tired he is, to 5 minutes, depends, okay? And then what I do is I'm just randomly talking, and obviously his brain is not paying attention because he's sleeping, okay? But when I say, Corban. So then I wait another like 30 seconds. So 30 seconds passes, and he's already back asleep again, okay? His brain is off. Now I'm going to call his name again, and he's going to wake up again, because every time your brain hears your name, you have to wake up. That's just how it works. Corban. Yeah, and then so this is the second time. Yeah, and then by the third time, he's like, stop.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah, that's how he is.
That's how I sound.
Yeah. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, Corban, how annoying is it?
I do not think my annoyance level fits on that chart, man.
Okay, but do you think you'll ever try to do this with somebody? To like
No, because I fell asleep first.
Oh. Well, anyway, that's the first thing. And then the second thing is the thing about tricking somebody into thinking they're eating something else. So, like...
These are the two most important things you've ever learned in your life, Sophia.
Honestly,
Is there nothing else more beneficial?
No, honestly, yes, because, come on, literally, I have done the
Forget
name
the
thing.
meaning of life. Call somebody's name while they're trying to fall asleep.
Yes, they'll get so annoyed. I did it at camp. And everybody hated me for the rest of the week. They were like, please, I'll do anything. Just don't call my name tonight. Oh, it was amazing.
And then you went on to write the movie Call Me By My Name.
No, I don't even know what that is. But it's rated R, though. Anyway, so...
You don't know what it is, but you know what it's rated.
Yeah, because anything
Take
named
that,
like...
homeschool kids
Anything
who read
named like that is
Common
rated
Sense
R.
Media like I used to do.
Look,
Every movie that would come out, I'd just read why the
enlighten you
movie
guys,
was not
okay?
good.
Let me enlighten you guys.
And then
Ready?
I would let everyone know that the movie's not
Ready.
good.
Anything.
Frozen 2 has spirituality stuff in it. It's not appropriate for children. Can we talk about magazines? I've been wanting to talk about this. Okay.
I saw this video of this girl that like her grandma gives her magazines like every birthday or whatever for Christmas and everything. Just magazines
Like magazine
as a present.
subscriptions?
No, just
Or
like a magazine.
just one magazine?
Just a magazine for present. And
Here's Better Homes and Gardens, 1968
but
edition.
the kid with all the magazines she gets, she makes art out of them. Like she tears out the pieces.
Like they made us do it in 4th grade when we had to write our kidnapper letters by cutting out letters from the magazine.
Kidnapper letters?
You know how kidnappers, right? They cut letters out from magazines and they glue it on a postcard, and then that's like the ransom note. So you don't
That
know
only
the
happens
handwriting.
in TV shows.
I know, but they trained us to do that in 4th grade. They
Why?
gave us magazines.
What, they're trying you to be a kidnapper?
I guess so. You know, it's America's public school system for you.
I mean,
But-
we already have the van.
We already have the van. We're
you
halfway
can quit.
there.
You can quit your first job and
Wait. We can be. We can star in the next season of Home Before Dark or whatever. Anyway,
Before dark.
yeah, wasn't that about what was his name in the kidnapper van?
Oh,
They left it on a. Yeah,
Bro.
they left it on a cliffhanger.
I completely forgot that was the point of the movie. I mean, TV show.
What do you think the point was? Riding bikes, cinematography,
point-
fake lens flares.
For a second, no, for a second. When you said Home Before Dark, all I thought was the little kid. I called her Heidi,
Yeah.
and she's learning to be a
What did I call her?
newspaper
I
writer.
came up with the new
Her
name.
name's Hildy, but whatever.
Oh yeah, well no. But I called her something else. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, yeah, they in 4th grade they trained us to take magazines and newspapers and find letters and cut them up and then use them to make sentences and like charts. We had to make like a little collage. So the thing is, they gave us all the same magazine to use, and there weren't enough letters for like enough vowels for everyone. And anyway, our assignment was to make a little poster cardboard board out of the cut up letters and words describing us as a person. And in the magazine, there was an advertisement for something. It was basically, whatever it was, it had the word African American in it. Okay? And so I had a lot of African American friends who were in my table group with me. So they were all using that, and they were like, well, Corban can't use that. And I said, yes, I can. And I took it and I cut it in half and put American on mine. Anyway, that's just a random story I remembered when you talked about kidnapper
What?
things. Yeah. It was a hyphenated word. Okay. I think it's a little too much. But speaking of magazines, what magazines do you have memories of reading? Because this is something I've always wanted to talk about on the show, but I've never had time to talk about it.
What are you talking about now?
Because okay, listen. So when we used to go to those pediatric offices like twice a week for appointments,
And you thought
for
you were
random people,
diseased with everything?
I thought I was diseased with everything. Yeah, there was some TV in there that only played the hospital's medical channel, and all I did was show you like 5-minute videos, like how-to videos
If
on
you
how
have these symptoms, you're dead.
how to diagnose yourself for every illness, and it would like play constantly. Like it never repeated. It was like a new illness. Like I've never seen the same video, and it was like every day I'd come home like I have eczema and cancer and
Guess what? Still alive.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with
Because
me.
I don't go to the doctor.
Like I have 2 days life I have negative 2 days life expectancy. I should have died 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's all it played. But in that waiting room, they also had like new magazines come in every day, and it was your classics, your People's, your USA Today, your Time magazine, but also some local stuff. So in the Dallas area, last episode I think, or 2 episodes ago, we read excerpts from the Dallas Child magazine. Right? Remember that?
Oh wait, the recent time or
Yeah, it was like we tried to read some a day in the life of the mom thing, but her
it
life was so
sad.
boring. Her life was boring. I'm sorry, mom, but
bro,
it was boring.
the moms when I was a kid,
They got some epic
those
jobs.
were some crazy moms.
Yeah, they got some crazy lives. I mean, they're waking up 4 a.m. and they're running like 6 jobs, and they have 10 kids. And nowadays, it's like
It's like one kid, a dog, and then the dad's missing, and the mom doesn't do anything, and the kid goes to childcare.
Yeah, it's like the mom's job is just like reading spreadsheets and email, and it's like, oh, I have such a stressful day. I have to click one button. I'm George Judson.
And the only part that talks about the kid is at night. She's like, yeah, we just picked up McDonald's on the way home, and like he went to bed.
No, it's never McDonald's. It's always some gluten, tofu, whatever.
Yeah, but I meant like the
pescatarian, vegetarian, vegan, Impossible Whopper, whatever. I don't know what it is.
Impossible Whopper.
Some of the healthy stuff that these people eat and spend money on that's too expensive.
The grilled chicken coRreCT from Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
Even though, like, oh my
but
gosh,
without
they didn't
the chicken,
put enough kale.
But no chicken. Replace all the chicken with kale.
Yeah.
And no tortilla. I can't have bread. Replace it with lettuce.
So you just want a salad? No, I want the coRreCT.
Yeah, the salad's too unhealthy for me. I
can't eat the dressing.
I'll just take the plastic bucket and the fork.
I'll fill it with my 1-course meal of a grape.
Yeah,
when I'm there.
My one ethically sourced grass-fed grape that it's had its skin removed or something.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway. So they have the Dallas Child magazine, but what you read enough of those and you get bored of everyone's lives, and reading special articles on how to fix your child's behavior towards other children. Anyway, you get tired of that. So I started reading the Time magazine, and in there was an article. I don't know what it was, but the whole point of the magazine edition was things you wish you knew as a child. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to one-up myself and learn these things as a child. And
except, wasn't it for women?
Epic gamer move. Yes, it was. It was geared towards women, So anyway, I start reading it, and the one that catches my eye is about sweeping, okay? Right? With the broom and dustpan. And it was like 7 secrets that you did not know about sweeping as a child. I was like, my eyes bugging out here. What do I not know? Is there something? And it's like showing you how to sweep by putting...
No, the whole page is it's a big just red warning, waste of time, vacuum. See page 60 for vacuum cleaner.
Do you
wheels.
vacuum? Waste of time. Use a straw broom. Anyway, so it's basically teaching, you know how brooms are like longer bristles on one side?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what it was telling you is that you put the
longer bristles away from you.
Yes, you point it away from you, and you put it in the cracks, and you go to the right. Right? It's basic common sense knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
but I did not know this. I don't know what I mean, honestly, what was I doing before?
You were too busy learning about cancer.
What? Yeah. What was I doing before I read this magazine? How much in shambles was my life? Did I not know how to sweep a floor? Was I putting the handle on the floor? Was I poking it and like hoping the dust would was I getting hit in the face by the bristles? What was happening to me? Anyway, I read this whole magazine cover to cover. I put it in my bag. I took it home. I made sure to consult it occasionally. I mean, that's the magazine where I learned that when you take the trash can out and you roll it, you make sure that it's behind you and not in front of you, so that if it's windy, the flap doesn't come up and hit you in the face. Okay? And I don't think you've learned that yet, Sophia. You've yet to learn that because of how many times it has hit you in the face, or you have tripped or not seen that there's a rock up ahead and your trash can falls over and everything falls out.
No, let me tell you, okay? The trash can has always gone behind me, okay? But it never stays there, okay?
The world spins some crazy
it's
things.
Like, the wheel is just always... Okay, first of all, I blame it on the driveway because the driveway is very crooked. It has a bunch of dips.
This isn't Monument Valley, Sophia. Things don't just suddenly come up backwards.
They do. They move. Okay?
I think that's a you problem.
The thing gets dented more and more. Anyway, so the wheels always happen to be hitting every little bump and every little ridge thing. So the trash can gets tipped over just a little bit, and then it goes, ooh, whoop, and it falls over.
Anyway,
Also, you can't blame me for having to ask you every time where the trash can goes. You know why? Because you change it every single time.
I do not change it. It's conditional. If there was a vehicle parked in front, the trash can cannot be picked up by the machine.
No. Let me tell you, okay? So we switch jobs every week. So like 1 week I'll take out the trash.
1 week I'm a spy, the next week I'm a mopper.
No, 1 week I take out the trash and the other week he takes out and the other week I'll take out the recycling. So we swap back and forth, right? So sorry, I'm like dying here. Okay.
So those cookies you're eating.
Anyways, so when I take out the trash can, okay, every single time, whether it's trash or recycling, I have to ask him when you want it to go. You know why? Because 1 week he'll want it on this side of the curb, and the next week he'll want it on that side of the curb, and the other week he'll want it in front of the tree, and then the other weeks he'll be like, the recycling goes there. The recycling has to go closer to the tree, and I'm like, why is this conditional to the tree? Okay? Like, no.
Okay, look, if the trash can is really heavy and full, it's going to fall in the street if the wind blows. And if there's a vehicle parked in front of the trash can machine man doohickey thing, when it comes along, cannot reach over the vehicle to pick up the trash can. And then you can't put the recycling bin so close to the trash can because then the little grabber arm of the machine can't pick it up. Okay. Anyway,
all right, then.
I can't really remember anything else from that Time magazine. However, I do remember the next month's issue of the magazine was about the Perot Museum. If you don't live in Dallas, you literally do not know about this, and it does not matter to you at all, but I'm just going to say a couple words on it. Basically, the Perot Museum is the new version of our old Nature Museum, Science Museum. Okay, it was literally the best museum I've ever been to. I'm sure the Field Museum in Chicago is better, but it was the best museum I've been to, and still to this day is the best museum we've ever been to. However, a rich man came in and said, I would like to buy this, shut you down, and build a new one that's supposed to be fancy schmancy. Well, it has all these attractions in it that you can literally do everything in the entire museum in one day, and they never change anything. It's been the same since it opened. It is literally so boring. I don't want to go back. Mm-hmm. Okay, I bought a season pass because I thought it was going to be exciting. Mm-hmm. I did everything in 1 day.
Mm-hmm. It's really sad when you can beat the cheetah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's sad, brother.
You go look at the Instagram, tag pictures of that location. It's everyone's on their story and on their posts like, I beat the cheetah.
Mm-hmm. See, here's the thing. You can beat the cheetah, but you can't beat the dinosaur.
It's explain.
But
explain, America.
But
explain.
But like, Bro, you did.
Of course I beat you.
I'm alive. I don't know about
I
you,
beat you.
but I'm alive, so.
You lose, you'll be like, you know what? Well, you're dead anyway, so take that.
Well, you're dead, so. Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, anyway, so the Time Magazine issue was not about that. It was about how the museum is falling apart. Because all the kids who don't take care of anything there.
No. Let me tell you, like, the second time I went there, okay? The second time I went, you know how they have that mini, very mini replica of, like, downtown as a playground?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So when I went there, I was playing. Okay, after 30 seconds, I'd used everything in the playground because it's that tiny. Okay?
I visited the entire city. I am done.
Yes, because yeah.
If you ever need a quick tour of Dallas, you can get in and out in 20 seconds there.
Yes. No. So, there's this little kid there, and I was like, I thought it was a great idea to just pull this kid aside and really
explain to him the meaning
of
life.
Information, okay?
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
No. I was like, hey, yo, kid. I was like, you see this? You see this playground? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, you see how tiny it is? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, if you want a good replica of like something, go to my church because our playgrounds are like 3 times bigger than this. And like, bro, we have one that's like a treehouse and like this really cool thing, like at a park and stuff, and like this house, and then we have another one where it's like the Alamo, this huge bus, and Paris, and Big Ben, and everything all at once, and like this race car track. Like, yeah, we got all that. Okay. Anyways, and so I was like, if you really want a good playground, go to my church. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go tell my mom. And he went over there, and I don't know what he told his mom, but his mom was like, we need to go, honey. And they walked away.
Stop talking to the... I probably have to cut that.
But seriously though, like I think it would have been better if they made that playground like 3 times bigger. Then it would have been okay.
Yeah, but then it would have been too. The people would lose their kids in there.
That's like reality of Dallas.
Well, yeah, losing kids all the time. The kid loss rate is 75% here.
Yeah. They have
Children lose their parents all the time.
So before, they do it like this. So before you get to enter to the playground, there's this like table of arts and crafts, and you have to print out your picture, and you have to write your name, your gender, your height, your favorite color, whatever, the name you go by.
What are you talking about? I've never seen this before.
No. I'm saying this is how it should be.
Oh.
You do that. And then you put it up on the wall of people who are going to go missing. And then
you fill out your missing persons
and then
form.
you enter the playground. And if you come out alive, then they take your picture off and you can take it home. But
well, congratulations.
if you don't come out, then they keep you up there.
You go in, there's like 60-year-old men in there who are like, how long have you been in here?
No, they keep you in there.
Many years I have waited for a gift like yours to appear. Why, I predict the wizards make you his magic and grand. Says, yeah, my dear. I'll write at once to the wizard and tell him of you in advance. What a strange feeling.
What are you talking about?
A definite chance if you work as you should, for you will be making good. I'm sorry, I just had to quote the opening lines to The Wizard and I incorrectly. For you guys who like to check.
Okay.
All right. That's enough on that. Any other magazines I've read are just weird. Like, I used to read Boy Scouts magazine, the Adventures in Odyssey magazine.
Okay. For a second, let's talk about that Boy Scouts magazine. About those, like, Pee-wee and whoever else. The little comic?
Yeah.
Comic.
Yeah. Comic. Well, comic.
No, the comic, okay.
I'm a comic artist.
The comic, right?
Are you talking about the ones with Pedro?
Yeah, it's that guy. I could never understand. That's not how, like, English culture works, bro.
English. You call yourself English? I think it's what the
American,
British people call it.
Indian, whoever.
American. That's not how Americans think.
Like,
You're filing your formal complaint. That's not how Americans think. They're more
It
patriotic.
was either so dumb or like that's not even how it works in America. Like, no.
That's not how gravity works.
That's not how camping works in America, okay? It's really not.
Every time you read a new issue of the Boys Life
I
magazine,
could never understand it.
you're like,
That is not correct.
It
Because
isn't.
according to the Encyclopedia of...
No, according to me.
according to the
me,
laws
who
of
lives
basic
in
humans.
reality, according to me who lives in reality, that's not how it works.
that's not correct.
It's not.
Okay. Anyway, I don't think it's even in production anymore.
I mean, what?
I don't think it's in production anymore.
I sure hope not. Spreading heresy. Misinforming people.
So, 12 hours later, we're back. Sophia's still making her ASMR with
Okay,
cookies.
let me just... I need to open
This is like in church when you're trying to unwrap a wrapper and you're like, should I go slow or should I just go? Should I just go for it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, should I just go slowly and everyone slowly looks at you, or should I just
No, it's like
not care and go
have you
really
seen
fast?
That like meme or whatever where they like don't want to disrupt anybody with their wrapper, so they scream while they're unwrapping it.
It's like it's like drop this so I can fart, and they drop it, and then the fart comes 4 seconds later. Those are
Yeah.
it's like you need to wait for me. How am I supposed to know when you're gonna fart? All right. Oh man, I accidentally told Google once. I said, "Did you fart?" And she was like, "Yeah, that was me. My bad."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Anyway, if I had a mic on Google, I'd ask her right now.
Yo, Google.
No one can hear.
Google. Okay, Google. Turn up your volume to 100%.
Whoa, that's gonna be loud.
Loud. Here we go. Point your mics.
I am.
Okay, Google. Did you fart?
You can blame me if you want. I don't mind.
Okay then. Thank you.
Okay,
for
you
your
heard
honesty.
Hey Google, lower. No,
She just interrupted
I'm sorry.
herself.
I'm sorry. I just cut you off. Hey Google, lower the volume to 20%, please. You don't need to be so loud. Well, speaking about my former self trying to improve my future self by reading these magazines at such a young age, it reminds me of the kind of person I used to be. I was cleaning out an old hard drive and found the old music I used to listen to. And like the stuff I thought was cool. It would be electric, and I'd go. Yeah, I thought anything faster than a quarter note made me cool. Oh,
Wait, I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
Okay, music I used to listen to. If it had notes that went faster than a quarter, I mean, I felt like I was on top of the world. I thought I was so cool.
The music you made?
The music I listened to.
Oh, listen.
Because it used to be. I mean, if the tempo is, the music would normally go, dun 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 dun. But if I had something that went dun 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 dun, I thought I was cool. Anyway, and all this is in context. I used to have a little MP3 player with my big like 90s over ear headphones that I would wear everywhere, and I thought I was so cool. I mean, listen, the first MP3 player I ever bought had a USB thing like built into it, so you didn't even need to plug in a cable.
Yes,
so
I remember that.
Everywhere I went, I would be like, "Hey, you got a computer?" And they'd be sure. I'm like, my MP3 player is plugged in, and I'm offloading. No, I'm not taking their stuff. No, I'm offloading my entire library of music onto them because I want them to listen to my Andrea Segovia guitar music. And my
you still have the album right there.
Yeah, I still got the albums right here. Okay, I want them to listen to my music. And the glory of the Lord shine upon us. My Marthana 25 top Christian
25
sings for kids.
Songs for kids under the age of 4.
Yeah,
But you were 12.
Yeah. So anyway, I would do that all the time until it broke. Right? It went to the washer. So I had to buy myself a replacement. I went to Academy. Out of all places, why did I go to Academy to buy an MP3 player? So I get it replaced, and it breaks almost immediately. And so I don't have the money to buy an MP3 player, right? $20, that's a lot of money. What I can buy is a $5 CD player at the Dollar Tree. Mm-hmm. And that is when my new life started. Mm-hmm. I started walking around basically with my record collection. I had a CD little baggie that could hold like 40 CDs. And I'd be carrying my CD player like a tray, because if I put it on the side, the disc wouldn't be correct. So I had to hold it so that the disc was horizontal. And so I'd have it like that, and I'd have my headphones on, and I would tell people, you can't talk to me because I can't, if I pause it, I can't rewind it. It's a CD.
We'll be here for
yes, I know, especially audiobooks.
Let me tell you, you are privileged. You are privileged. If you did not know, me and Corban, before the age of like 12, okay?
Yes.
If you knew us then, oh, Lord bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
You probably don't even know us anymore.
You probably left.
You left, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think the last straw for me was when I went to Golden Corral with my CD player.
Oh yeah.
And the waiter almost spilled like, okay, they would bring those plastic jugs around all the time, and like they were so dirty, but like they still spilled them.
You can see the dirt floating.
I know. It was weird.
And then the red cups.
Oh no! Yeah,
did you even replace them, bro?
Yeah, did you hear the thing about about how those red cups have BPA and all this stuff, and it made you more thirsty and made you eat more?
They have more than that.
Yeah, but they had everyone else's spit on them. I mean, I don't think they clean them. You feel those forks and knives and this, in the plates at those buffet restaurants.
You can be blind and still see the dirt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure one time I saw them clean up our table after we were leaving and take those plates and put it right back in the stack of clean plates.
Yeah.
Okay, and put the forks right. I mean, they always felt so sticky, which is why I'm pretty sure, buffet restaurants probably caused the coronavirus with how much everyone was just sharing everything. I mean, literally hundreds of people would touch the same spoon and peer over the same plate of macaroni and touch the same meat and touch the same rolls, and these kids wouldn't even use the tongs. They'd use their hands to serve themselves.
And burn them.
Yeah, I bet they're not even ever going to reopen again.
First time experience.
I mean, I'd probably go back.
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
Well, I wouldn't go back to Golden Corral.
Not to go.
I haven't actually. No. When's the last time we went there?
Years.
It's been like 6 years, probably.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
No, but actually, what buffet place should I go to?
We went to Furs. That's where we'd go, and then the Chinese buffet places.
I'd go to the Chinese buffet first.
Yeah.
Then I'd go.
I don't know how much I trust the Chinese buffet place.
Yo, honey, if I die, I die because I died eating Chinese food. Okay?
It was worth it.
I died eating Chinese food.
That's in your little pamphlet at the funeral. She died.
No, that's gonna be on my mailbox in heaven. I died eating Chinese food.
What? And it's written in Chinese.
Well,
okay.
No.
So the point was, the last straw for me with my CD player that forced me to save money for another MP3 player was when I brought my CD player to the Golden Corral. and I don't know why I did this, but I used my CD player as a what's the word? A coaster for my cup. So I put my cup on top, and the waitress comes by. Is like, "Can I get a refill?" And everyone's like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Okay." And she starts pouring, and she misses my cup. Like, she's like cross-eyed. She doesn't have no sense of depth or anything. And I'm out here, and I'm basically like this.
I spilled lipstick in your Valentino bag.
Oh, you spilled lipstick in my Valentino white bag.
Except instead of lipstick, it's ice water, my CD player. Okay. Okay. And I'm like, you almost ruined my on CD copy of The Chariots of Horses from the Magic Treehouse, Book 16. So anyway, this is what convinced me to buy another MP3 player, and I got one. It was little, it was black, and it didn't have a lot of space on it, so I had to pick what I could put on.
No, that black one, that is the one that I remember, because I remember the day, and I don't know if you remember this. We were in the old van, okay? and I was sitting in the middle row, and you're sitting in the back row.
Mm-hmm.
And you had your MP3 player. You know that that like little thing that opened and closed, and we would always open and close it just because it was so satisfying.
What?
In the back row of the old van.
On the 2002, on the 1999 Dodge Caravan?
Opening.
Okay, y'all, you're making me have to Google up pictures of backseat of 1999 Dodge Caravan.
Okay, anyways, point is, there's this little thing, okay? And Corban would always open it, and he'd put his MP3 player in there, and then he'd slam it right on his little headphones cable, okay? And one day, I don't know what happened, but one day, I decided to touch his MP3 player.
That's when I went
Yeah, and
crazy.
Corban got so mad. And I'm glad. Okay, I'm glad that my mom didn't care about his MP3 player. Because I got away with it. Because she was like, what? Like, it's fine. Whatever. Move on. Get over it. So
Wait a minute. I see it. I know what you're talking about now.
Let me see.
That thing?
Yes, the thing that opened and closed. It was so satisfying.
Yeah, okay. I remember
You'd
that.
slam
I
your
can
MP3
feel it.
player
Hold on.
in
I'm
there.
closing my eyes. I can feel it. I can feel it.
Oh, it was amazing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, satisfying. Nothing like a 2000 Dodge Caravan. I can feel the seats. I can close
Yes,
my
the
eyes
seats.
and feel the seats.
Yo, we have
It's
so
like-
many memories of that. Do you remember when we would be on the way to church and I'd make you sit in the back row because I was going to sit in the middle row and I was going to let Jesus sit next to me?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes, because the middle row only had 2 seats.
Yes.
All right. Okay, we're talking.
And then I ended up having to sit in the back row because I needed
Jesus.
I needed Jesus and Taco. You remember that?
Jesus, you said over there, Taco sitting next to me today.
No, if I
not your
sat in the
turn.
back row, there's three seats. So I was in the middle, Jesus was on the side, and Taco was on the other side.
And that's how it happened on the cross. On Calvary. Ooh, the day Taco died.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Also, Taco is not a dog, just for people.
Yes.
Sadly, he's my imaginary friend.
All right. Okay.
Let me tell you how Taco came to be.
Wait, I don't think that's the story for
No,
here.
Taco only came to be because of you. Okay?
Me?
You said, because one day, okay, actually it started at school. So, school, they were like, okay, write a story about your imaginary friend. And I was like,
Encouraging schizophrenia.
no, and I was like, what is an imaginary friend? And Miss Garrett was like, don't you have like a friend that's not real? And I was like, no. Who would do that? Anyway, so I went home and I asked Mommy. And she was like, yeah, it's just, a friend that you pretend. And I was like, okay. So then I told you about it. And you were like, yeah, if you had an imaginary friend, he should be named Taco. That's what you said. Or Henry. That's what you said. You said Taco or Henry. And I was like, well, I like Taco better because, Henry.
He got stuck in a tunnel. Yeah, nobody likes him.
He's not my fave. So,
I'm sorry, I didn't do that on the Thomas dance.
anyways, so, then I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll have an imaginary friend. So that's how Taco came to be. And he only lasted for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well.
You have any other,
after the life of the CD player, there was a side divulgence with the portable DVD player, but that's.
Oh, I remember that.
We were those kids. It was cool.
I'm sorry, you that kid.
No, you gotta admit it.
I disowned myself.
No, you
from
gotta
the
admit
family.
it. Okay.
I disowned myself from the family.
It was so cool.
I didn't know who you were.
When we're
and what
rolling
I didn't know.
up, we're rolling up to the hospital with our portable DVD player
No.
with the screen that flips 360 degrees around so that you can hold it like a tablet. Except it's one chunky tablet, let me tell you. Okay? So
my
we pull
my
up.
little 8-year-old hands couldn't hold it.
We're watching our scratched DVD Boz or whatever, and we're sitting in that hospital and we're watching it, and it got speakers on it, and it's. I remember the countless nights I had to stay up watching the complete Tintin collection before they edited out all the racist stuff. Right before they made it politically correct, I was watching Tintin. They kept in all of Captain Haddock's lines, y'all kids today. I mean, the episodes went from being like 32, 40 minutes long a piece. Nowadays, every episode of Tintin is like 15 minutes. Like, do you realize how much stuff they cut out to try to make it politically correct? It's a show.
Bro,
just leave it.
funny.
I mean, everyone knows it's old. Leave it alone. People change their minds. But sure, everything that Sophia and I say now is going to be like,
We're fine.
yeah, like people are going to be pulling this up when we're 50 and trying to cancel us. Like hashtag Garcia's our over
Bro,
party.
you want to cancel me? Sorry, I'm probably already dead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not alive to answer your calls. Anyway, but yeah, so the DVD player.
It's like when your laptop tells you, "Hey, your mouse isn't working. Press here to cancel." Guess what? My mouse isn't working.
I know.
Can't cancel.
It's like your internet isn't working. Go to this website to solve the problem. But anyhow, so the DVD player was a big deal because it was right. We got it right before the time. Right before DVD players started getting introduced into minivans.
Yeah.
And right before minivans started having two doors.
You remember when we'd hang it from the strap?
Yeah. Yes. They included straps to hang from the ceiling of your vehicle. And they had like a special carrying bag that you could put in between two chairs of like a smaller car. Anyway, those were the days, right? That's the days that somebody, I don't know who it was, somebody taught me that when you use headphones, it saves battery from your phone. I still believe that to today. I don't know why. It's like a random myth that I still believe.
In conclusion, you got taught about headphones and I got taught about keeping people awake.
The two most important things I've ever learned.
I mean,
use headphones.
But honestly, though, I don't know who taught me that, but whoever it was, like, they had some power in their lives. Let me tell you.
Power or powder?
Power.
Maybe both.
They kept people awake. Yo. You need to promise me that you will do it to your wife. Please, promise me. At least once.
Why?
I just want to
Oh,
see
yeah,
it.
guys. Forgot to tell you that I'm married now. A lot of this happened in the last month.
Sorry, no. Wait, did it make it sound like you were married? No.
Yes, Sophia, I'm married now.
No, I meant like
been married for
wife.
6 years. Great life. I got a kid on the way.
No, I mean
Got 2 dogs.
I meant future wife.
Got $60,000 of debt. Things are going great.
No, I meant future wife because I'm not getting married, so you are. What are your memories from Six Flags?
Six Flags, just walking around carrying everybody's bags.
Because because I never paid attention to you when I'm at Six Flags.
What was the name of the ride? El Cucaracha or something?
Yes. No.
No,
listen to me.
what's the yellow one?
It's the snake. The snake.
But what's the word in Spanish? Snaco. Corona.
Okay, Google.
Cucaracha.
What's snake in Spanish?
In Spanish, that's serpiente.
There you go.
No, it's not El Serpiente. It's called something else. Hold on. You're going to make me Google this. Keep talking. It's called La Vibora.
Vibora.
La Vibora. That doesn't sound right. What does Vibora mean?
Okay, Google. What is Vibora in Spanish?
In Spanish, that's cebra.
No, you're right. Vibora. It means viper.
Oh, there you go.
Or serpent. Or something else. I don't know what that means. So I guess there's multiple words for it.
Okay, well, no, listen.
I don't remember calling it that. I'm pretty sure we called it something else. I mean, that's how it was at Six Flags. At Six Flags, all the rides had names for them, but we just called them what they looked like.
Yeah, we called them whatever
the
we
boat,
wanted.
The snake, the log, the rocket, the bus. Everything is the and then whatever it was.
The car ride.
The teacups.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty sure the teacups were just called the teacups. But anyway. I never rode the big teacups.
No, we're great.
Because I was so scared. The baby teacups were enough for me. I could just do the kiddie ones, and I mean, that was all the thrills I could handle.
Nothing.
I mean, I couldn't even spin the teacup while the thing was spinning. That was too much for me. I just can't do
Who did you
that.
ride it with?
Alone? Because you guys would try to spin it if I was inside with you.
No.
I mean, the mini mine train was about as much as I could do.
I went to Six Flags. Yeah, I remember. Do you remember that year that I went to Six Flags with the choir?
Vaguely.
Yeah, and I rode all the rides with, I think it was Lola and Elliot. It was so fun.
Anyway, I'm just pulling up classic videos from my camera now.
All those people say they're going through something.
It's not that
Just
hard.
go around it.
It's not that
It's not that hard.
That's a classic. Anything else I got here? Oh, I got...
Clifford is funded in part by a Ready to Learn grant from the U.S. Department of Education through the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
That's a classic. Anything else here I got? Just looking. Anything else?
Do y'all know the Holiday Inn?
You know that?
Y'all know how to eat it.
That's good. That's a classic. All right. Here we go.
Do you get it? Do you get the joke? Do you see what I just did there? Do you get the joke?
I'm going to send that to everybody, anytime I say a joke that I know they don't understand. You don't know how many times I have been saying, excuse me.
Sorry, sir, but we don't work at McDonald's here.
We work at McDonald's.
Excuse me?
Excuse me. Okay.
It's my pleasure. Can you excuse me?
All right. I don't think my bladder can stay intact much longer.
It would be my pleasure for you to excuse me.
To the bladder relieving station, please.
I wonder who Kyle is zooming with now. We're going to open the Zoom thing.
How is that a verb? Zooming. Mom, I'm zooming. Leave me alone.
It let me in. I don't know who he was with, but it let me in.
Sophia. Was your mic unmuted? Was your video on?
The video was on.
And I just said, Mom, I'm zooming. Leave me alone.
I'm sorry.
You don't know how many times I wanted to walk in on anybody's Zoom meeting and just go, Mom, are you still playing Fortnite?
I know.
Yeah, anyway, Zoom meetings are annoying. Although I do like the ability to mute myself and yell at them what I wish I could say.
Okay.
I might get too used to it and then do it in a real meeting one day.
Reach over.
Just kind of reach my hand out for the mute button and yell.
Everybody plug your ears.
This is possible.
Plug yours. I need to state my opinion.
Let me exit the room for a moment, please. Muffled screaming.
Okay, guys, I'm good. Continue.
Okay, guys, I'm good. You go on.
Okay, what are basic white girl Instagram captions that should not exist?
Should not exist?
Like they
Okay.
cannot do. No.
Wish we could go back. Oh man, there's so many I can't decide. Some of them are okay, but okay. The ones that that are okay are the Actually, no, they're not okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting overwhelmed by pictures in my mind right now. I can't think of anything. Remember that time that Elon Musk got people were upset that he followed like 25 people and he only followed males. So he's like, y'all want what you want then. And he just went on a follow spree and followed every female he saw and unfollowed every male. And I think his Instagram account's still like that. But anyway. Okay, what's some more? I mean, the sparkle emoji should be banned. Mm-hmm. The nail polish emoji, the tongue out emoji should be banned.
Okay, wait.
The hug emoji.
The tongue out with like the
with
crazy.
The eyes popped up. That one's fine.
That
okay.
one's funny. Yeah, that one's good to use.
You can use it to show that you're trying to be sarcastic.
Yeah.
Hold on, but a lot of people try to say the people who use the laughing with tears emoji need to be like deleted.
Okay. The sideways laughing.
How
emoji?
else? Okay, the sideways people. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, the sideways people are like.
And the people who send one normal and one sideways, are you trying to signify that you're like rolling?
Or these people who send like 12 sideways ones.
Yeah, no.
Bro, are you dying?
I've
laughing
never in my life sent a sideways one.
Never.
I'm just
in my
not
life,
that
ever.
kind of person.
Uh-uh.
Okay, I send the normal ones. You know what? Everyone knows what it is. Everybody knows what it means. I'm not the kind. I don't type haha or LOL.
Okay. Caption that should not exist, or just any text in general. Ready? It's like, so imagine the text, right? Okay? And at the beginning, somewhere in the beginning, there's an LOL. Somewhere in the middle, there's a haha. And then at the end, it's a laughing emoji. Like, bro, consistency. Keep it together, please.
You know, it's always about the past, because that's the thing with these people. They always post pictures from the past. There's never anything present. And I must admit, I used to do the same thing. I would backlog photos. But now, if you look at my feed, I mean, I only post whenever I want to. So for everyone listening, thank you for tuning in again. We'll probably be back in another month. I think we can keep it up a month, you know.
Probably.
It'll be fine. And then the month after that, I'm going on this is the only time I'm having announcements. I will be on my tour, the Corban, the Rocket to Anywhere tour, except Sofia's not present. It's one half. Okay. I will be touring through 20 states in the country. I haven't announced this yet on social media, but I guess it's the first time. Okay. I'll be hitting California, Nevada, Utah, Colorado.
You gotta hit Utah twice.
And you gotta go back through Utah again to say hi. You know, just to talk to some people. And Nebraska, I think, Indiana, Illinois.
Are you going through Ohio?
Yes, Ohio, Pennsylvania. I mean, I'm going across the whole country. I'll be stopping at hundreds of cities.
West.
No, west to east. You know, I'm starting in San Francisco. Making a major stop in Denver, a major stop in Chicago, a major stop in Pittsburgh, making a major stop in and off right in New York City. So if anybody, y'all want to come say hi to me, that I will have an infographic with all the dates and locations on my Instagram later in the summer, because I have to, you know, with coronavirus, nothing's definite right now, but this is happening. I will be in the cities. I just don't know where. So if anybody lives anywhere and wants to meet up with me, HMU, as they say, streaks, don't hit me up, streaks. Anyway. So that's what's happening. If you want to come say hi on the tour, I need to come up with a fancy name for it. But yeah, I'm going to be recording an episode as I travel with the people I meet. So that would be the episode after the next one. It's going to be very exciting. So if you want to be on the show, you have to come meet me on the tour. Vel har en god dag, god kväll, og god dag.
Good evening, good day. That's what you did.
German. I'm German.
It's because you
croissant.
You did so much, like throat
guttural
noises.
It's called guttural noises, not
whatever.
throat noises. I remember I went to a Bible translation thing once, and they said, "Is anybody here good at throat noises? So you can help pronounce this thing we're translating into Boxlabium Anonymous or something." I was like, "I am," and I went up and I tilted my head back and went, I don't know what I said. I said something. Anyway, well, that's all I have to say for today. Spiser der Skillingen. Good night.
Corban.
I am eating chicken.
You take way too much time.
I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to piece together things with my limited knowledge of the
Things a girl
language.
wants but won't ask for. A big pile of dirt.
If only. Oh. If only people knew what people really want. All right, that's enough simping for today, guys. Okay, we're done. We're done.